Leo, hello and welcome to your reading for the week commencing the 9th of March. So we're going to get some energies out for you and have a look and see where we're going. If you want to book a reading with me, you can do via the link in my bio. It's all donation based. So regardless of what you donate, you always get a 30-minute reading with me. So the first cards we have out here for you is Death and Healer. You are going through some kind of transformation, like your sister sign Aries. There's something here that needs to be let go of, and you need to find peace within your community. Finding peace with your family and friends is going to help you this week, knowing that you can rely on some people within your community, maybe healing the relationship within the community and being at peace and just kind of letting go of things that probably just aren't important to you anymore. So we have quite a few here. We have Vulture Spirit, which says nothing is wasted. We have Butterfly Rebirth. I mean, we saw that, didn't we? You can reinvent yourself, open to rewards of change. You have a brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. And then we have Raccoon Inventor. Decide on what it is that you really want. You have the ingenuity to claim it. Avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. You have many roles and can juggle them well. So this is you being authentically true to your own true nature. Patience. Create a place in nature's stillness and be rewarded. Dragon, you are the ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift at your will. Mastery is your destiny. Rise with dignity. Don't know if you can see that. And then we have Lizard, regeneration. See if we can. Okay. As a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt. Embrace your transformation. Put on your new cloak. You are a master of regeneration. So all these cards are all about you regenerating, transformation, coming out of something that may have left you feel a little bit orphaned, because we've got orphaned at the bottom of the deck here, which kind of tells me that you may be in that. I'm sorry to say this, Leo, you may be in a victim mentality this week. Kind of like, why does it always happen to me? Why do I always have to deal with things? Why can't people see things from my point of view? There's some kind of mentality here that needs to be healed, needs to be kind of looked at, and knowing that nothing is wasted. Okay, this experience was supposed to happen for a reason, to maybe that you could see things in a different way, in a different light. Let's get your overall energy. Leo's overall energy this week, please, source. On the 9th of March for my beautiful Leos. Thank you. 2 cards have come out. Wow, so you have the female King of Swords. And in this deck, the female King of Swords is... She's ruthless. I'm not going to lie to you. She's very, very ruthless. But you also got the 8 of Pentacles here. So I don't know if some of you are having to work on your words, work on how it is that you go about doing things, because it may be like, is this serving you? Like, you may need to master being ruthless in cutting people out, and knowing that you cannot try to put a mustard seed through the eye of a needle. It's not going to fit. So maybe you kind of like don't fit among these individuals or these places or your community anymore. And this is all saying to you, you kind of need to just maybe look for alternatives and heal that. Maybe heal the kind of like, do I fit in? Because that's what I'm picking up from these 2 cards. And it's like, do you fit in? Okay. Yeah, you're being quite stubborn here, Leo. If I'm being quite honest, because we've got the 4 of Wands here. There's some kind of, you've got the King of Wands to, let me show you up here. So we've got the King of Wands to the 8 of Wands. So there's some kind of communication coming in here. Whether or not this is whether it's you communicating or talking to someone here, But the Four of Wands, the Four of Pentacles here, the lady, you can see here that her garden's chained. She's closed off. She's very much, I'm protecting my stability. And I just don't want to hear it this week. You may just, again, but your energy is that King of Swords to the Eight of Pentacles. You're working on how you're going to become more ruthless to people that don't deserve your time, that don't deserve your energy here. But there's definitely some kind of communication here, and I don't know if this is you thinking about your future, because the King of Wands to the Eight of Wands, it's kind of telling me that there's something here that needs to be communicated. When it comes, I don't know if it's yourself or if it's another individual, but this definitely is another individual. This Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords. This Knight of Swords is coming in and kind of resetting the scales, bringing things back into balance. And we'll find out how that affects you. My God, who are all these people? King of Pentacles. Very strong individuals in your life. King of Pentacles. We have the king. You've got 2 kings, 3 kings, 4 kings. You have all the kings. My goodness, Leo. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Strength card. What is this about? Strength card, Temperance, 7 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles, Hanged Man, 2 of Swords, King of Cups, Queen of Swords, more people. Okay, so there's something here that you're deciding on this week. 2 of Swords, you don't really know which direction to go in. You're kind of like, I'm in an R-ing. Which road do I take? What job do I take? What sandwich do I eat? I don't know why I heard that, but it's like, and I'm hearing it's just decisions. God damn it, why are there so many decisions? I just want a peaceful life. So source is saying just hold on, you know, Hangman, just take a moment, pause, reflect. We are in Mercury season. Mercury retrograde season is here. So this is a time for you to review things, okay? There's no action here of you kind of take things. Is it fair? Is it balanced? Is it equal give and take? Are you receiving as much as you are giving? That's the first question you need to ask yourself. 7 of Wands. Do I protect my territory? We saw that 4 of Pentacles there where you were closed off. You were kind of like, this is how it's going to be. This is how it's going to happen. We're not going to have a conversation. It's my way or the highway. 7 of Wands again is like, tells me I've been through this battle before. I don't want to go through this again. So source is like, temper yourself. Temper yourself. Like, tame yourself. Temperance to the Strength card is a clear message here, Leo. I could literally finish this reading now with the advice. Like, temper yourself. You do not need to be loud and boisterous and make a stand for your point. There are other ways to go about this. There are a lot of people in your reading. I'm going to be quite honest, and I don't really know what this is about. So let me ask the right questions. Let me go through this first. So King of Wands to the 8 of Wands. I feel like you're thinking about your long-term goals here. You're thinking about the future. And you may be ready to take a bold step to do something. But then I feel like something interrupts you with the 8 of Wands. Communication comes in. And it's like, okay, where does that leave me? Let's have a look. What is this King of Wands? Actually, let me use this deck. They're saying use the other deck. Because there's just so many people out here now. And I'm just like, what is going on? What do all these people want from you, Leo? What's the King of Wands and the 8 of Wands, please? Clarify this for me, source. What's the King of Wands to the 8 of Wands? Let's clarify this and see where we're going. Because you're working on, you know, putting your defenses up and being more... Oh, we've got more queens. So the incoming communication that you're going to get is from a Queen of Pentacles, either a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or it could be you. You could have those placements, but they want to work on something. Eight of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, King of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. There's a partnership here between you and another individual. This one specific energy here, the King of Wands to the Eight of Wands, is like you may want to go ahead with something, and this Queen of Pentacles is like, oh, hold on, we've not perfected this yet, we've not mastered this yet. And this lunar eclipse is in Virgo, and Virgo does want things to be perfect. So the Queen of Pentacles is saying we need to master this yet. We don't know how things are going to work out long term. We don't know the trajectory of this. So can we just take a minute? Because we saw that Hangman. It's like, pause. Let's just go through things here. You know, does it work for all parties? Are you going to be happy with this? Am I going to be happy with this? We need to come to a conclusion. So then you get the Knight of Swords. I feel like this either could be you, or it could be this Queen of Pentacles, or it could be another individual that comes in here and says, you know, you kind of need to make sure that you're being balanced here. Like, you want to rush ahead with something. There's something here like fast movement, fast paced, where you want to go ahead with something. You want to go ahead with something, but it's like the Death card is there. So it makes me feel like, do you need to just let this go? But the Knight of Swords comes rushing in with maybe an idea, maybe a solution. Maybe it's like, okay, well, I know how we can do this. I know how we can do that. But the Justice card is there, is asking you, like, whatever incoming communication or whatever idea that you have in your mind on how to move forward with this, Leo, you need to stop and you need to ask yourself, again, is it balanced? Is it something that you're going to benefit from? And is it something that this other individual is going to benefit from? You both need to look at things at both ends of the scale. Is it completely balanced? Is it right for me? Is it right for them? So again, there's something here about making sure that things are in balance within the community, within your family, within your friendship circles, and coming out with a resolution of just peace. Let's clarify the Knight of Swords and the Justice card, please, Source. Thank you. We have the Eight of Wands. So there's someone rushing here with communication, with an idea, with a solution, with like, I know what it is that we need to do. We need to do this, 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 this. What's the Eight of Wands, please, as advice? What is the advice for the Eight of Wands here for Leo? What is the advice? Six of Swords, moving to more peace, resolution. This could be arguments. I mean, I don't see any Five of Wands or Five of Pentacles here, but the Knight of Wands comes in hot, like really, like really rushed. Yeah, Page of Swords, Eight of Cups. There is something coming in here, like you, after finding something out, after researching, after really weighing the pros and cons and deliberating, you decide to detach from it emotionally. You're like, I can't invest in this, and I'm just going to be at peace with myself. And either I'm just going to stay where I am and wait for my ships to come in, or I'm just going to decide to cut it off completely. With that King of Swords and that Eight of Pentacles there, it's just telling me that you're working on cutting something out of your life, but there's definitely something coming in. I mean, Eight of Wands to the Page of Swords is communication coming in. There's some kind of communication coming in this week that's going to make you change your mind about something. And it's like, okay, well, that didn't work out. You know, we have to let it go. Death card. It doesn't mean that, again, nothing is wasted. Nothing is wasted. Something may have come out of all of this, because clearly here there's two people trying to find a solution for something, and it feels like you're on the same page, but the outside influences have just not kind of allowed this to work for some reason. And it could be divine intervention with that Justice card there. Kind of tells me that the universe has come in and said, this isn't going to work. So I'm going to take charge here and just kind of release this, or divert it, or kind of put you in another course. So we've got the male King of Pentacles here. I love these cards. I love this deck. Who is this by? Let me just tell you who this is by. This is by Katrina Wellstein. It's the Mystical Moments, Tarot of Mystical Moments. I love it. It's so detailed. And you have a queen and you have a king and then you have the female king. And it's just so feminine. It's beautiful. The artwork on this, it depicts such empowered feminine energy. I love it. Absolutely. And it's really Renaissance as well. I like things like that. Anyway, sorry, Leo. Diverted there. I digress. Right. King of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. So there's divine counterparts here, right? I feel like your masculine and your feminine are completely in balance here because the King of Pentacles looks after his subjects, his people. And he doesn't really do much for himself because he has everything, right? He's the king. He gets served to, he's waited on. So his priority is not himself because that's covered. Like that area of his life is covered. He knows that he's going to get his meals on time. He knows that he's going to get his clothes washed for him. He'll be driven to wherever he wants to go. So he doesn't really prioritize himself. He prioritizes his people, his subjects, and he needs to make sure that their foundations are secure. He's very well known for his track record. He's got good character. He walks the walks and he talks the talk. Now with the female Pentacles, King of Pentacles, she's soft, she's delicate, she's nurturing. She's not like the Queen of Pentacles, even though that she does predominantly care for herself. She looks after herself, and it's because of the experiences that she's lived. Her lived experience has forged her into the Queen of Pentacles. With this female King of Pentacles, she knows that she's very similar to the King of Pentacles, where she puts her subjects first, but she's in tuned and she's tapped into the feminine energy as well. So clarify the King of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles, please, here for me, Source. You have the Star, which is the healing energy, like having faith, restoring your hope, restoring your faith, knowing that in future something is going to come that's even better. As I said that, you have the Magician. The Magician has come out. So your reality, I think this week, what Source is saying is that in reality, you need to create something. Wow, the Two of Cups. You need to create something that's a little bit more sustainable for you and this other individual, because whatever that was here that you decided to mentally walk away from and emotionally detach from, it wasn't for your highest good. It wasn't for your highest purpose. So this week you're realizing that, well, that didn't go to plan, but there is something. Source is saying, know that there is something out there for you and this other individual, but it may come in a different way. It's not quite yet. I'm hearing it's not quite the right time for you to do this. Yeah, the Moon. I just feel like that path wasn't for you. It wasn't meant for you. I mean, you may be worried about it. You may be showing a little bit of anxiety here because maybe you kind of like pre-celebrated whatever this plan was here. Maybe you kind of went ahead with it and said, okay, well, this is where it's going to go and this is going to be great. And we're going to have daffodils and we're going to have strawberries and champagne for breakfast. And then plans kind of went away. But you're being asked to heal this, okay? Well, these have come up in reverse. You've got the Death and the King of Cups. So it could be that someone may be a little bit resistant to the change. Someone here, this is telling me that someone's not willing to change here. Someone quite jealous, someone quite possessive, someone that gives bad advice as well. Wouldn't listen to that individual there, Leo. Okay, I feel like they're they're just where they are. Just leave them where they are. Don't know who that is. But there I do see that there is definitely at least one or two connections here that you're trying to figure out, like, what's the best solution for everyone here. So let's get some advice for you this week, Leo. And then we will close off the reading. But please do bear in mind that nothing is wasted here. All right, Leo, you were meant to go through this for some reason. There's always a reason. I've learned to listen to source and just go with the flow of life, okay? So you've got the Nine of Swords, which is worrying, feeling like all eyes are on you, like the pressure's on you. Why is this here as advice? Seven of Pentacles, knowing when to invest in something, knowing when to walk away, knowing when to pull back. I think this is still saying to you that if you were to have gone for whatever this deal was, whatever this transaction, whatever this arrangement was, because you're definitely working on something here, whatever that you were working on, if you had invested in it, Leo, it would have brought you a lot of worry and a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety. I don't think you would have had a lot of peace. So this is then, like, this is divine intervention. And the Lovers, yeah. Like, be happy with the decision and the outcome. You've got the King of Swords at the bottom there, with the Strength card and the Temperance and the World. Yeah, this is closed off now. There is a new chapter on the way, Leo. It's just like, you need to be brave, you need to be courageous, you need to tame that inner voice of yours, and be strict. Like, you know what it is that you want. Don't compromise. Don't compromise here, and don't settle, because this would have ended up in a worrying situation anyway, Leo. It's something that would have worried you in the long term. I see here King of Wands, Eight of Wands. Maybe that's the realization that you're having this week. Like, in the long term, I would have just worried myself to death with the decision. Like, was it right? Did I do the right thing? Because maybe there was things outside of you that you were not happy with, and there's things that you can't control, but this is source taking you out of that, divine intervention, and it's now time to heal. Okay, it's now time to be at peace with whatever's happened and transpired here this week. This is all saying to you, it's now time for you to heal. Okay, have a lovely week, Leo.